YouTube land. This is your boy TJ, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Wrestling Nostalgia, where I give my reviews on the WWE TV shows and PLE events. And today we are going to be reviewing NXT Vengeance Day, February 4th, 2024. And yeah, I'm pretty sad a little bit. There's a little bit from the main event from tonight, but we're gonna get into that later on. This video is probably gonna come out a little bit late, but anyways, let's just go ahead and get into it. We open up with Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes versus Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker. Very, very good opener. Kind of figured that they were gonna like go in swinging with the with this for the opener. It was a pretty good match, very back and forth. These two was not letting up off each other's necks. Like, it was definitely a very back and forth match. It ended with Carmelo Hayes taking a spear from Braun Breaker. I think he was aiming for Trick, but he wound up coming in, and then after he speared him, like, I guess the wind or whatever knocked Trick out or whatever. 1, 2, 3. Your Dusty Cup Classic Tag Team winners. Get it together. Braun Breaker Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. Didn't expect this result, but I kind of figured this was gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie, kind of sad about this. I wanted to honestly see Trick go for 2 for 2, but I mean, for obvious reasons, he didn't. But we're gonna see why later on the night. Next we get to Dijak versus Joe Gracie, no DQ match. This was a pretty good, decent match. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really looking forward to this. I wasn't like, didn't have like any high expectation for this match. This is a really actually good match, actually, to be honest, to be fair to it. They went at it really bad. I'm gonna keep saying it every time I see him on my TV screen. He gives me across from Mick Foley and Baron. Oh, why do I want to keep saying Baron Corbin? Bray Wyatt. Oh my gosh, he reminds me across from Bray Wyatt and Mick Foley, like, so bad. The whole crazy gimmick, like, he is a psycho. But it was one spot in the match. I just I remember he had him in a trash can. He kept like kicking it down on him, and he just kept kicking him and kept kicking him. And I was like, what in the world? And he just kept getting up. And he was like, stay down now. And I'm all like, oh my gosh. So then I remember he bounced off the ropes as he's getting up, Joe was, and then Dijak bounced off the ropes. All of a sudden he just attacked him with the trash can. I've never seen a spot like that in my life. And then I remember at one point he duct taped his eyes. Dijak had duct tape on his eyes from Joe Gracie, and then I remember he like hit his little finisher. I forgot what it's called. I think it's the last call or something. I don't remember. Comment down below to refresh my memory. But he wound up doing the finisher, and then he still had the duct tape around his eyes, and then he all like trying to pin him as he already hit his finisher. And I'm like, kind of remind me of something off of Jigsaw. It was just so weird. But anywho's, they ended up, having a whole lot of exchanges back and forth in the meantime, between time. But he ended up hitting his finisher again, Dijak did, and then he ends the match. I remember it was another spot too that like he he set a table up, and then this man had the nerve to freaking pull out some daggone toys. Yes, some damn toys. And just put it all over the table. I think it was like some Hot Wheels and Legos or something, just random miscellaneous stuff. I'm like, is this wrestling or this Toy Story? Like, like what am I watching here? But I remember it was another spot where he did that, and then there was another one where like he was doing something like on the apron, and then all of a sudden Joe like kicked him or smushed him over, and then he wound up going through a table. But that was another cool spot that I remember. It was a really good match though. Dijak the winner, of course, but the next match is the six person tag team match. Started off chaotic, everybody fighting everybody. They ended up all chaotic and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really see too much because I had to go to the bathroom really fast. So anywho's like, from what I did see, um, I think it started off with the girls first, and then they wind up tagging in their men, and then everybody, kind of mixed it up in the ring. I remember one spot that can I think of the female member's name off of the D'Angelo side family, right? So I remember she did a spot where I was like, oh, she about to hit a leader move, and she wound up doing the crossbody on all the opposite teams, the OTM. I think the Yeah, OTM. Yeah, OTM. She wound up wiping him out, and then he I want to say it was okay. I'm gonna just say that one of the members of the D'Angelo family hit a not German, but a fisherman suplex to end the match against OTM. I'm not gonna lie, didn't want to see the D'Angelo family win. I was hoping that the opposite team was gonna win. That was just my opinion. But hey, it is what it is. They're gonna go over. They won, and that was it for that match. It was pretty decent though. Backstage, Trick and Mello are checking up on each other. They're getting checked up on medically to make sure that Trick is cleared to wrestle later on tonight. And then Trick is asking Mello, you okay? Dang, why did you take that spear from me? This and the third. And then Mello was all like, no, you know what I'm saying? You my boy. You got a match later on tonight, man. Like, I had to look out for your best interest, bro. Like, I rock with you or whatever. And, I want to see you win. So he was all like, oh, thank you, man. Like, I really appreciate you. But, tonight, he said, nah, I know. You want me to stay in the back. You got to win it on your own. Like, I respect it. He was like, nah, I want you out there. Like, you prove you a real one. You on my side. You know what I'm saying? You my homie. You my ride or die. Da-da-da-da-da. Trick Melo gang forever. Get all that good stuff. So he was all like, okay, cool. I'm going to be out there. So he's going to be out there for moral support. We're going to get into that. So next was the Women's Championship match. Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. This was actually it was a really good match, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really looking forward to this match either. But it was really a good match. It was very back and forthish. Um, I did like the false finishes and stuff like that. And I remember at one point in the match, she Roxanne had hit pop rocks on La Vacaria, and then all of a sudden Lola Vice comes out because she has that contract to cash in whatever she wants to for a women's championship match. So she comes in. Tatum tries to stop her, doesn't work. She spin kicks her, then she goes in the ring. She cleans house. I think she ends up hitting like a spin kick on, I think it was Perez. I'm not sure if it was Perez or Lara, but it was Perez. She spin kicked her, 1-2, didn't get the 3 count. They all like buying for, the women's championship. They all are going at it. So then all of a sudden she hits Pop Rocks again. Out comes Tatum again because she wants to play this Mickey James character really well. And I'm not going to lie, she's doing a really good job, though. She got me so. And I was all like, God damn it, go away. But she's doing a really good job. I got to give her props. Like, Tatum is playing up this psycho role really, really well. She comes out, she breaks up the pin. She ends up tossing her and Roxy out of the ring, and then all of a sudden, it's just Lola and Lyra in the ring, and then she hits her Death Valley driver 1-2-3. She's still the NXT Women's Champion. Like I said, this really was a good match. This is like kind of a sleeper match. Because even with the fans, like I noticed that they weren't really like really into this match like that. Maybe I'm tripping, but it just didn't seem like until like towards the end they kind of got a little bit more fever with this match. But it just seems like They weren't really into this match a whole lot, but I honestly wasn't really looking forward to this match. But it did wake me up, and I'm just like, or was it me? But these fans, like, I don't know what it was, but they sleep until like the main event. That's when they kind of got like, sauced up. Like that's when they finally, or kind of, or it was certain spots that the wrestlers would do, and then they would line up kind of like Jones and Ford, like, yeah. I'm like, was y'all asleep or something? Did y'all take a nap and then woke up and it's like, oh yeah, we are at an event? Like, I don't know. Like, is it me or is it like they just wasn't into this? But anywho's going on the tangent. But next match was Oba, Femi, and Dragon Lee. Whew. Outside of the main event, this actually was this is probably one of the best matches to me because I thought it was, to be honest, I really thought it was going to be like a foregone conclusion as far as like Oba was just going to dominate him throughout the whole match. I mean, it kind of was like that, but not really. But it was a pretty back and forthish match. Um, Dragon Lee got a couple of good hits in, and he, oh my goodness, like really, really good spots for this man. I remember it was one where, like, oh my gosh, my heart sunk in my chest. He ran, he was on the apron, and he was about to run to him, and Oba met him there. He said, bam, like he did a big gunshot, like like you could just hear it just bam right on that chest. And I was like, ooh. I was like, if he ain't got no handprint right there, baby, that was just the Lord just put his hands on him. He said, baby, that's today. But I know he felt it. Oh my goodness, and I remember it was one spot he was gonna put him through a table and it didn't work. And then he wound up chokeslamming him on the chair and sat him down in the chair. That was one crazy spot. And then I remember at one point Dragon Lee had did like a spinning tornado DDT for like a near fall, but he definitely ate his lunch. Like they both were going back and forth. But to end the match, of course, I wasn't losing this. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this man is about to be the next top NXT star. Like, it's just no way in the world. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, I'm telling you, he's about to dominate like no other man in NXT. I wouldn't be surprised if Shawn Michaels be like, look, just be here for like 2-3 years, and then you could go whatever brand you want to. I promise you. Please stay here. Like that man is about to. I'm telling you, he about to dominate. I'm telling you, he is. But yeah, he won. He power bombs him 1, 2, 3. He retains the NXT North American Championship. And like I said, I'm going on record. He is going to be the most dominant NXT North American champion that NXT in the WWE universe ever seen. I'm telling you. I'm telling you what I know. He gonna be that guy. But we go on to the main event. I can't. No, but for real though. Anywho's, we go to the main event. Dragunov, Ilya Dragunov, the reigning NXT WWE champion, versus Trick Williams with Carmelo Hayes at his side. This is like a really, really great match. They had a very back and forth match. Like neither man wanted to like give an inch. They had a very, very, very great match. Excellent chemistry. Easily, probably match of the year candidate for sure. Dragunov definitely brings out the best in Trick, and it was definitely a great match. Excellent chemistry. But I knew the fix was in with Melo. Something was going on with him because I remember in one spot in the match where like they were on the outside. So Trick hits the bookend or whatever from the apron on the outside of the ring, and then also Dragunov had hit I think a German suplex on the outside outside of the pavement, or should I say the outside of the ring. So then this is when Melo gets in Dragunov's face, and he was all like, "Yeah, I'm tired of you trying to drive a wedge in between us, and this, that, and the third, next one, and see, tired of you minding my business, and da 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 da." So then all of a sudden he just, smushes him. So then Melo winds up trying to, goes for a swing at him, He missed. But I thought Melo don't miss. So, so Dragunov ducks, and then he winds up pushing, hitting Melo into Trick, and then he chop blocks. And I'm like, come on, you did it on purpose. You didn't miss that, though. He chops block him, get back in the ring. They go back and forth. And then at some point in time, like the referee gets knocked out of the ring, and then he hits the running knee 1-2. And after another referee comes back in for a 2 count. They end up, having this big back and forth. I remember at one point in time he kicked out of the little final symphony or something like that, whatever that little move where he forearms the person while they're down on the ground. And I remember he tried to do it again, but this time he, lifts his knees up, and then as they're both colliding into each other, I believe Trick was trying to do the running knee, and then I believe Dragunov tried to do like some type of running forearm, but his running forearm, I guess, was way more impactful than his running knee. So he wound up connecting more with that, vice versa. So 1, 2, 3, still your reigning NXT World Champion, Dragunov. Yay. Not gonna lie, I didn't want to see Dragunov retain. It is what it is. It felt anticlimactic. Even the fans, it just sucked the air out of them. Everybody wanted to see Trick have his moment in this spotlight, and it got raw from him, unfortunately. It is what it is. I mean, what can you do? And that's not even the worst part. This is why the video is going to come out late, because I was in my feels, because not only did Trick lose, he gets beat up after the fact. And yes, by Carmelo Hayes. So now we all know who attacked him that night, those many months ago, aka Trick Williams. So, he all in his face, all like, it's okay, you did the best you could do, and you almost had him, you gonna get him next time, Trick Mello gang, yeah. So then all of a sudden, Trick, goes in front of him, and then Mello looking at him like, yeah, I got you now. Chop blocks him. Then, already knew what was going to happen next. He ends up getting the chair, and just whack goes in on town, go on the town on his leg, and just hitting him, smacking him with the chair over and over and over and over and over again. And then in the segment, he says, just know I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm him. And you end the night in the segment where him blaming all the fans and said it's all their fault. If I had to make a guess, or like make estimation of whatever you want to call it. If it was me, I think what's gonna happen is I don't know if he's gonna finish out NXT until Stand and Deliver or not, but I think if it was me, what I would do is, of course, have Mello come out and do a heel promo, let it be known I did what I had to do was best for me. Forget Trick. If it wasn't for me bringing in Trick, y'all wouldn't even know that man, and or whatever. And then, what I'm saying, he goes on this heel run where he's just beating up everybody, and he's saying, yeah, I'm coming back for the NXT Championship, and probably somewhere down the line, I guess, get a rematch with Dragunov, and then have Trick come back at, I think the next, what was it, Roadblock, right? So I would have him come back and beat up Mello, and then have a Stand and Deliver match around that time. Have a Stand and Deliver pay-per-view match with them two, if it's to end their feud, or if not, like end it like at like on NXT. But I feel like with their feud, I feel like it should be probably at Roadblock, have a match there, like have him come back, and then he'll just challenge him and be like, look, you go to Ava and be like, I want to, basically have a match, a feud with Carmelo, and then they end it there at Roadblock, like for the lead up or whatever you want to call it, or have it in there Stand and Deliver if it was me, and then have Carmelo go to, SmackDown, because realistically, I mean, there's nothing really else after that for him to do but to just basically put over Trick, and then Trick, I feel like, should stay on NXT and then finally win the NXT Championship belt. I feel like, I mean, that should be owed to him. I mean, that man, like, gave it his all. He went out on the Shield. He really proved his worth, and I feel like they should, even if it's not for a long time, for him to be the NXT champion, I think they should, reward him with that. Like, he have done his big one. Like, he had a really excellent year last year. Hopefully it's even better this year. Somewhere down the line, I guess this year, go to SmackDown or Raw. Feel like he'll be an asset to either brand. Yeah, and that's about it. Like, definitely, like I said, of course, main event was easily the best match of the night. Comment down below, what did you feel like? What would you rate this pay-per-view? I think it was, I hate to say, it was kind of better than the Royal Rumble a little bit. Honestly, it had more matches, and I was a little bit more invested in the storylines of everybody that was going on a little bit more. Like I said before, easily match of the year, Trick and Dragunov. Definitely let me know down below. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Thank you to all my followers to help me grow this channel and everything like that. Continue to show your support, and I'm going to keep popping up all this content. And thank you. Peace. I'm out.